So here are some of my opinions on Mission 2 of Dream Academy. If you don't like my opinions, fuck off. Hype is trying so hard to rig this show. It's so painfully obvious. You could just tell that Hype desperately wanted the Team A's to win. They even had 17 members promote Team A of Fearless and Team A of Anti-Fragile. Also, I find it very suspicious that the Fearless teams basically didn't sing live. At least with Anti-Fragile, you could hear people breathing and stuff. It seemed real live. Why was Fearless so heavily edited? If you have watched my last videos on Dream Academy, you know I hate the judges, the main two judges, because they are marketers. They know nothing about singing or dancing. Like, especially Mitra, she personally hates Celeste, and I don't get why. Like, she keeps only complaining about Celeste's vocal tone, which is something she can't really change because that's simply how she sounds, and that's the only thing she's critiquing about this girl. There's nothing else you can say about Celeste except that you don't like her voice. Are you serious? Let's be honest, guys. Ua, she can dance. She's a dancer, but this girl cannot sing. The judges know it, but yet she's still on the show. And I ain't forget that one source producer who said she sounds attractive. That's a minor. I feel like Hype wants her to debut, but this will decrease the chance of their group being successful in the West. People don't want to stand a 14-year-old. People don't want to stand... Who wants to stand a group with a 14-year-old girl in it? This is not K-pop. They're supposed to be a global group. This will only attract pedophiles. She has no business being in that show in the first place. Same goes for Yoonchae. Like, Yoonchae and Ua, they couldn't even attend the fan meeting thing because they were too young. They should be gone next, please. Remember when Chumin, sorry if I mispronounced his name, Chumin from EXO said, dancing isn't important, singing is the most important. After all, if you can sing, even if you dance well, you won't look talented. And that man is right. I just feel like most Dream Academy watchers care more about personality and dancing instead of singing. There are certain contestants on this show, and yes, I'm going to name drop them, who are much better at dancing than singing. But no one wants to talk about that. I'm specifically talking about Emily and Ua. Like I said, Ua, she can't sing. She can't sing at all. What is she doing in the group? This show wants to debut a singing group, a girl group. When you listen to music, do you care about the dancing? No, because that's not what you hear. You hear the singing. Ua needs hella autotune. She can't sing. The thing with Emily is, guys, yes, she can dance. She's obviously the best dancer on the show. But can she sing? Can she sing? It's crazy how none of y'all have realized we haven't really heard Emily sing on the show. And you can tell Hype desperately wants to debut this girl because I think she's the only fully European American on the show. They desperately want this girl to debut, but we haven't heard her sing. Yes, Emily is active on social media. She loves to post dancing videos, but she has never posted anything concerning her singing. I feel like Hype wants a female win-win. And when I say female win-win, please let me explain it. And I'm an citizen. Win-win, he's a phenomenal dancer, but this man cannot sing. He can barely rap. He's a visual and a dancer, that's it. And now they want a female version of that, which would be Emily. She has never cared, obviously, to show that she can also sing. All she does is dance. Why do you want a dancer in a girl group but not a singer? If you don't post anything on social media at all, or rarely, if you barely showcase your singing, dancing abilities, producer abilities, whatever, on social media, don't be surprised that people aren't interested in you. Why not use social media, if you're already allowed to use it, to promote yourself? Why wouldn't you want to do that? The reason why a lot of people don't want to vote for the white girls is because they are quite uninteresting. Like I said in the beginning, the judges want Celeste out. They desperately do not want this girl to debut. I just feel like they do not want a lot of Latinas in the lineup, which already makes me question why they put so many Latinas on the show in the first place. All of a sudden, now that Brooklyn is out, everybody pretends like they always loved her. I personally did not care much about her because there were other girls on the show who were able to showcase their talents more. She was one of Hype's favorite, and she still failed, which is so embarrassing. Brooklyn had the second biggest social media following out of all girls, but she doesn't have fans. which is so sad. People were not interested in her. Even 17 promoted her team in Mission 2. Nothing happened. Another thing we do have to say is that Ilya supports Israel. She's a Zionist. I'm glad she's gone from the show. I feel very sad that May left the show. She was always one of my favorites. I just feel like there will be no Japanese person who will debut in the show. Another thing is, why are people surprised that Carly got eliminated? She wasn't even that good. In Mission 2, she was very sick. And she didn't get to shine. It's sad. It's very sad. Because she is very talented. But she was not good. Why were people so shocked and surprised that she would be eliminated? She was not good. And it was very foreseeable. Something I don't see a lot of people talk about is the racism and also queer phobia against Laura. Remember when Laura said that people online keep saying that she looks mean because she has apparently a resting bitch face? She doesn't have one. Y'all just don't like brown people. Also, I need y'all, Dream Academy fans, to realize that Laura is openly queer. And nobody was outing her in any way. She was willingly reposting TikToks that talked about queer relationships. She is queer herself, accepted. Oh my fucking god. And then I saw a random YouTube video once of someone who was criticizing whether gay people should debut. I'm like, what the fuck? Please leave her alone. Now, another big topic we need to discuss, people, is the jealousy and misogyny against Manon. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And the misogyny and jealousy not only comes from the watchers of this survival show, but also the contestants of Dream Academy themselves. Remember when the girls were asked, which contestants would you want in your group? And only one singular person said Manon. Manon is by far the most famous person on this show. Let's not forget she was a Pinterest model. She was a content creator before. She has the biggest social media following. Nobody would want that in the group. That's hella weird. I don't know about you, but I find it very weird that you wouldn't want Manon in your group, especially because a lot of people only watch the show because of her. Another thing is, I'm also surprised, and also I just don't understand why 3 people only would want Nayeon in their group. Although Nayeon is the best vocalist on the show. And remember, then they were also asked which contestant could be eliminated this mission. Keep in mind, the girls were asked, put yourself in the situation of the watchers, okay? You follow social media and stuff. Who do you think will be eliminated? Now, why did 10 people say Manon? I understand Broken, I understand Ilya. People don't really vote for her and stuff. I'm surprised only 4 people voted for Carly, although she's not popular at all. 10 people thought the most popular girl, the girl with the biggest social media following, the girl who's talked about the most in the entire show would be eliminated. Now let's think. This is mad Delulu behavior. Most people on this show cannot stand her. You're telling me 10 out of 17 people, which is more than 50%, by the way. 10 out of 17 people thought that Manon could get eliminated, although she's by far the most popular person on the show. Do you know how dense you have to be to say that? And I'm gonna say what some of y'all don't like. It's not only jealousy because they know that people love Manon, not only because she's pretty, but she's also talented. Misogyny, aka misogyny plus racism against black people. Let me tell you why. I know what some of people say, but maybe not only know him personally. What if they just think that she doesn't have enough talent? Even if, let's say, a lot of girls think Manon was extremely untalented, that doesn't make sense. Because she always had one of the most votes. Why would she all of a sudden get eliminated? That doesn't make any sense. That still doesn't make any sense, guys. They do not like her. And it is racism. I know some people say, well, what if they just don't like her in person? I'm going to say something some of y'all are not going to like. If you are a black person existing in a white supremacist world, you will face anti-black racism, whether it's direct or indirect. Okay? She cannot escape that people view her as a black girl, and they will judge her according to that. Like many people online, and I personally think also the other contestants, a lot of people feel like People, the watchers only vote for Manon because she's a pretty black girl. Even if that was the case, what about it? There are dozens of people only vote for Yoonche because she's Korean. She isn't even the most talented person on the show. People vote for Yoonche because she's Korean. People vote for Samara because she's Brazilian. Of course, she's one of the most talented people on the show, but let's not act like Brazilians are mainly voting for her because she's Brazilian in the first place, okay? Argentinians are voting for Celeste because she's Argentinian. Where was that criticism, hatred for her? Hello? The reason why Sophia had almost, I think, 70,000 votes was not because she's the most talented. It's because she is Filipina and a nepotism baby. People are mass voting for her because she is Filipina. But yet it's only a problem when people mass vote for a black girl. If you think that it's only a problem when people vote for black people, it's giving Fatu 2.0, to be honest. If disregard that other people vote for other contestants for the same reasons because they're of the same ethnic group, you are racist. That's literally misogynoir. That's literally anti-black racism. There are definitely a lot of contestants who feel this way. Let's not forget, people, we live in a very white supremacist society, which means everybody has anti-blackness inside of them. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the girls are projecting some of their anti-blackness onto Manon. Possibly also Samara. And let me also show you where the anti-blackness is very apparent. The main criticism people have for Manon is that people love to claim that Manon doesn't put in any effort. And here I have to remind people that Manon was sick during mission 1. Manon was sick during mission 2. And the only main thing that was said about her is that she skipped rehearsals. She didn't do it because she didn't feel like it. She was sick. And you can't expect a sick person to give 100% when they're weak. Overworking yourself when you're sick makes you even sicker. Everybody knows that. But yet, it's only the black girl who's expected to be perfect at everything. Like, black women are expected to work 100 times harder than mediocre white people, for example. And there were other sick people in the show. Celeste was sick. Kylie was sick. But yet, no one expected them to push harder. Even Mitra didn't say, oh, Kaylee, you were sick the entire time. Maybe you should have pushed harder. She didn't say that, only to Manon. Why are black people the only one who are expected to push themselves? Why is Manon the only person that is expected to give her 100%, to give her best, although she was very sick, but not the other sick people, the other non-black sick people on the show? That is anti-black racism. That is misogynoir, to be exact. Let's be for real. That's misogynoir. Because the other contestants get to be mediocre. The others get praised for the bare minimum, but the black girl has to put much more work into it to even go noticed. And it's time people need to realize that Manon is most likely going to debut. She will debut, to be honest. I will make sure I will keep voting for her because she deserves to debut. At least she can sing and dance at the same time. There are people on the show, call me a hater, call me what you want, who only dance and they get praised much more than Manon, who was sick the entire time. At least she can sing and dance at the same time. But yet Manon, the black girl, is expected to be able to sing like Beyonce. Keep in mind, Manon has a low voice. Y'all also don't know how to appreciate people with low voices. This is something I really hate about the show, that not only the watchers are racist, anti-black towards Manon, but most likely also the contestants. And I refuse to believe that all of the contestants are anti-racist and constantly reflect on whether they were reflecting the insecurities and the internalized racism onto her. You know that's not possible. Some of these girls are definitely anti-black and are definitely projecting some things onto Manon, whether or not you want to admit it. And it's funny how people have to claim, oh, the judges aren't racist. Look how they treat Samara. They treat one black person good, so they can't be racist to the other black person. This gives the same energy as people who say, oh, I have a black friend, so I can't be racist. You can't be racist to another black person, but also like another black person. Like, let's be fucking for real. I feel like the only reason Samara is spared from a lot of racism is because she has the largest fandom next to Sophia, which makes it very hard to take her down, you know? It's crazy how Samara, she didn't get any praise for carrying her entire group in Mission 2. Crazy.
Listen, one thing Hype is really good at is causing drama in survival shows. Because, like, what was the point of adding this voting segment for the contestants when it really doesn't matter? This has no effects on the eliminations whatsoever. Like, what was the point? They just want to start drama and fan wars, and it worked because y'all stupid fucks always fall for this shit. Always.
But I'm also glad Hype did this because it kind of shows the dynamic and the relationship the contestants have with each other. Because thinking that Manon was gonna get eliminated although she's extremely popular, bro, that's mad delusional behavior. Mad delusional and jealous behavior. But also racist. So these were my opinions, guys. I hope you guys like them. If you disagree with some of my opinions, we can discuss everything in the comment section down below. And see you next time. Bye!